I'm starting a rumor. This man has a type, and it is
crazy. He like punched me in the kidney.
What?
I have receipts.
So like he was talking about Dave Matthews, and they were both like, who? Like
no.
That kind of, yeah, But when does the Eras tour end? He's like, never.
Don't break up with her. She will fuck you over in a song.
You be canceled, bitch.
That's an $80 bottle of wine.
I am so, my patience is like nothing. They so boned afterwards.
Thank you for joining our show.
All right, well, happy fall, y'all. It's officially November.
Officially November.
Spooky.
Tomorrow is election day.
So everybody go out and vote.
Don't forget to vote. Vote early and often, as they say.
Okay, so now that spooky season's officially over, which I can't stand spooky season.
Oh, I think it's cute.
Okay, cute Halloween, I'm down with.
Yeah. I think it's nostalgic.
But every time I turn on Netflix or Hulu or something, or even just the whatever's on, I don't like scary movies.
Same.
I don't like the thumbnail of a scary movie in my feed. So I just think you should be able to opt out for all scary things when you sign up for Netflix.
I agree.
Because I don't even want that as an option.
I would rather have 10 murderers living on my street than one house that was haunted.
Right?
I don't know if I have to tell you this story because I told my best friend that I grew up with, Stephanie, if you're listening. When we were little, I used to live in this huge old house that I grew up in. So I only had one friend who lived down the street from me, and she came over, and a new neighbor moved into our neighborhood. She was younger and she was annoying. Stacy was her name. And she just wanted to hang out with us, poor girl.
Right.
And we were over it, right? She was younger. Anyway, she didn't know I had Stephanie over. And I made Stephanie go into my upstairs, which was really creepy. And I was talking to Stacy, like in my driveway. Mm-hmm. And I made Stephanie like pound on the window and shake the curtains.
To pretend like your house was haunted?
To pretend my house was haunted so that she wouldn't come play with us anymore and bug us. So she ran her ass home. And then her mom called my mom and was like, so Stacy said your house is haunted. And she got really scared. And then we got in fucking trouble. Thanks a lot, Stacy. Snitches get stitches. We never played with that bitch again.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
But it is scary. I think it's because we don't know about it as much.
You mean like the supernatural?
Supernatural is freaky to me.
Okay, but here's my other problem with thumbnails and shit on Netflix. Because in my algorithm, I'll have a different thumbnail than, say, Kylie will because she likes scary movies.
Oh.
So there was, a couple years ago, there was this movie called The Invitation. Do you remember this?
No.
I don't even know if it made it to the movie theater, but it was on Netflix. So when I saw the Invitation thumbnail, this girl is in a field of flowers and she looks like it's her wedding day. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, well, this looks really sweet. And it was something about like the, girl swept off her feet, quick wedding, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, this looks fun. So I'm watching it and I'm like, seems a little dark, but.
Did you think it was a rom-com?
Well, I didn't think it was a rom-com, but I'm like, this must be like a deep drama or something. I'm watching it. Oh, no, plot twist. Everybody's vampires, and this guy marries girls to like kill them for fresh.
To drink their blood?
Yeah, basically. And like the whole family dines on her after he gets married.
But then she can be relived. She can be reborn.
Well, I don't know how it ended. I didn't finish it.
Oh.
So I hope she got out because it kind of seems like it would have been like female empowerment at the end. Like she like broke the cycle. But I didn't finish it. Oh. But then when Kylie puts on her algorithm for Netflix, hers was like a bloody invitation with like, a vampire hand.
No,
I was like, this is very misleading. It should not be in my feed.
No. Do you remember that vampire movie? What was that out? That was True Blood.
Oh, like
with
the
Snooki
series on Snooki from Jersey Shore.
What was her name? Sookie. Sookie. Sorry, Sookie. She was the main girl, and she just wanted to be. She was the main. Like she wasn't a vampire.
Oh, but she wanted.
And
to be
she was in the South where they had a bunch of vampires.
Okay.
Just hanging out in the city.
And everybody knew they were vampires.
Yes. Yeah.
See, yeah.
And she fell in love with one. His name was Bill.
Oh. Like, the only vampire show I could watch was, like,
Twilight.
Because it's, like, romanticized. It really wasn't, like, scary.
It's, for some reason, 75 degrees.
No, it's crazy hot outside. You know, we got dressed for a cooler day. Oh, I would love to make an announcement.
What?
I woke up and made it to bar this morning. Yes. And I have to say, everybody
was so nice.
Everybody that I ran into around town that I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, and gave a hug to, they're like, girl, it's fine. 2 people were like, I was running late and I saw that and I was like, oh, thank God.
Right.
So,
well, yeah. Katie's class is so hard anyway that people are probably like, thank you. I'm just going to go to Starbucks now.
Right? So, and then I was worried that no one was going to sign up for this morning, but I had 7 people in class, so it was fine.
It's perfect.
But, yeah.
You are just fine. Okay, so tomorrow I am clearing my calendar. Please don't call me or text me. Love is Blind reunion is on. I mean, can we talk about the wedding? We watched it together.
We watched the weddings together. I saw the best thing on Instagram where this girl sits down and she's like watching the, weddings. And basically she fast forwards. She's like, yep, nope, figured they were getting married. And then fast forward, she's like, yep, called it when they first got together. Okay, right. Done. Just like laughed.
Yeah.
Which we kind of should have done.
Did. Yeah.
It was because only 2 people got married.
Predictable too.
The predictable too.
It was fine.
Although I am predicting that who's the couple where he has sperm donor children?
I don't know his name. Do we know his name?
I forgot their name.
Is it Tyler? I can't remember.
Yes, it is Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler and Ashley.
Tyler and Ashley. Yes, good job.
God, look at me.
And then it's Taylor and Garrett, right?
Yes, Taylor and Garrett are the nerdy physicists.
I'm convinced they're still together. And I saw a picture of him from the reunion. He grew out his hair.
He glowed up.
Yes. And they're like all snuggled and cuddled like on the couch. Yeah. So they're totally
So they bring back alumni. I saw the clip. And there's one couple that has a baby. And I can't place them from any season.
Okay. If it's the girl that was pregnant in the last reunion.
I know who she is.
Because she was on the original
Giannina.
one.
No, it wasn't her because I know her. Okay. She's married to the Bachelor guy.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Which I thought it was weird that they were on Love is Blind because they didn't get together on Love is Blind. I know. So that was
also,
stupid.
Why was Blake invited?
Who's Blake?
Her husband.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't have been invited.
No, he shouldn't have. Let's keep on brand.
But I do think that Tyler and Ashley broke up. I think she was like, yeah, no, this is not for me.
Oh, the sperm children?
Yes.
Because he lied.
I got it.
It's not even the sperm children. It's just the lie.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he turned out not to be what he said he was going to be. Because in the pods, he's like, I'm all about communication. And then it was like, oh, hey, by the way, I got 3 kids.
Or what about the guy that is, he's like, the reason we're not together is because you took a nap when you were meeting my parents.
You woke up and then realized you weren't getting married. Oh my God.
Can you imagine meeting your fiance's parents for the first time? And you're like, anyway, guys.
Right? That's insane.
That's insane.
I want to know if we're going to find out what was actually in Steven's text messages. But I did see a meme on Instagram that was like, my husband is never taking a fucking sleep study.
I want to know what kind of sleep study he took.
Right. A bullshit one.
Oh, you think it was like a happy ending one?
No, I think that he was literally out with whoever the text.
And he said it was a sleep study in parentheses.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever,
but
Steven.
Yeah, and then Leo and Brittany.
Oh, they're coming back.
Yeah, they're on it.
And so is who's the other guy? Hannah. Skinny Hannah, though.
Oh, Nicky D.
Yeah. But she got total shit on from the internet. From the way that she treated him.
She was so mean.
I know. We talked about this last time. But was she? Did she just tell him what he needed to hear?
No, I think you and I definitely disagree on that.
Because I thought that he had never been told no before.
Okay, I agree that he was definitely pampered by his mom. I think he was very willing to be in a relationship with someone and learn things. I mean, I married a man whose mom did absolutely everything. I pretty much took over about 98% of that stuff, but the other 2%, I'm kind of like, all right, homeboy, you got to help out a little bit right here. Yeah. And, after 20 years of marriage, he's really starting to come around.
Way to go, Chris. Way to bring it around.
But no, I think she just let producers chirp in her ear and she just went to town on him.
Or she really just needs a really independent guy.
Oh, she does. She needs someone
he's probably good for someone that's willing to step in to take care of him. And she is like, I need somebody that's not like that.
Yeah. But there was this one lady that was doing memes making fun of Hannah. And she was like, come on, Nick, I'm really going to need you to like take out the trash. I know you took it out like 25 minutes ago, but I need you to take it out again. And she was like, look at me, I'm cleaning everything. And then she starts spritzing the air. She's like, I clean everything. I even clean the air.
The memes are the best.
The memes are the best. The internet always wins. Because I sent you that Halloween costume of the guy with the two little dreads.
Ramses. Yes. No one still has explained the Eldebarge braids or Captain, what's his face?
Neil?
No. Jack Sparrow.
Oh.
That was another comparison. That was so on point.
It doesn't look like he has them in the reunion. I hope Nick Lachey asks him about it.
And he was just so aloof to her. Like, you're doing nothing.
No.
And she's doing everything.
No, and she looks like she's stunning.
And she was very hurt. Like, I think she really loved him.
And her mom is going to be at the reunion.
I would just, if that were my mom, I'd just be like, unleash. Go for it.
Another thing I saw on Instagram where these two little kids are playing in the backyard. And it was like, whatever that girl's name is, her mom it's like in a little Barbie Jeep, like Power Wheel.
Yeah.
When she finds out that Ramses broke her daughter's heart, and this little kid just runs over the other little kid in the yard.
That's what her mom's gonna do. She's gonna like,
yes.
She's gonna be like,
don't hurt my baby girl.
No body, no crime.
Right? Mm-hmm. So interesting. I can't wait to watch it. So exciting.
I know we're all watching every season of The Housewives.
There's a lot going on right now.
What's out? There's Salt Lake, OC, New York, and then LA or Beverly Hills
is coming. Yes.
When is that coming?
Maybe that
soon?
End of November.
They just launched the trailer for that.
Yes. No, that will be good. Looks like Kyle's getting.
She's back.
Yeah, is getting beat on this season.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I feel bad for her in a way because I think Mauricio totally
just broke her heart.
But she also broke his for the last however many months they were going through it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. It's their marriage.
Because she allegedly had a relationship with that rock star girl.
Yeah.
So
Morgan somebody.
Yeah.
Country singer.
Is she a country singer? I don't know. I don't know a single song
country
she sings.
Singer wannabe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's talk about OC.
Okay.
Because we're going there in a couple weeks.
I'm so excited.
So I'm hoping that we can run into some
oh my God, wouldn't that be something?
Semi-quasi celebrities.
Okay, if you could run into any of them, who would you want to run into?
Tamra.
Yeah.
Tamra. Okay. Just because she would spill the beans. She doesn't care. Do you know what I mean? I think
it's because
Heather's
she
guarded.
Allegedly has autism.
That's a great excuse.
Yeah.
I would love, that's great for her. And sad at the same time.
You don't though, because I've watched you
don't
communicate and do all the things that you do.
And you do have a heart.
Yeah.
Like look at her with her kids.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway.
Yeah.
But are you team Alexis or team Shannon? So the dirt is, for anybody who's never seen it, Alexis and Shannon are from Orange County Housewives. They're both OGs. So I think Alexis was original cast, maybe
not
second
original
season.
cast, but before Shannon came on.
And then she left the show, and then Shannon has been on ever since.
Yeah.
Shannon was dating this guy named John Jansen. And now they broke up. And now Alexis is dating John Jansen.
I think she's engaged. I think I saw a picture with a ring.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right? So the controversy is that Shannon borrowed money from John Jansen to get a facelift.
$75,000.
Yes. And now she never paid it back. So now John Jansen is suing her for the $75,000 for her new face.
Did you see the episode where she pulls out like 900 Post-its and like little like ripped pieces of paper that has all the totals of all the dinners and everything that she's taken?
She goes, Shannon, I know you have receipts. She literally pulls out Post-its. Gina's like, what the fuck is this?
I know. She was like, I was expecting like an Excel sheet.
Yeah. Oh my God. She's kind of a hot mess.
She's a little crazy.
Yes.
They're both crazy.
They're both crazy.
This man has a type, and it is
crazy.
Yes.
He has a type. Crazy. He has a type. It's divorced with children, crazy, blonde, big boobs, must live in Orange County. Like if you were to read John Jansen's profile on Tinder, that's what it would say.
That's what he's looking for?
Yes. Big boobs. What else? Big blonde hair.
Yeah.
Blue eyes, fake lashes.
So I don't know how long Shannon's alimony goes for. It could be over. I have no idea.
Well, since the kids are in college and adulting, probably it's over.
But when they first got divorced, I remember she was getting, on the episode, like she was getting $10,000 a month. So, I mean, I get by the way that she lives in Orange County, that doesn't seem like enough money. Yeah. But maybe it's time to move.
Also, the only person I like in this whole group is Archie, Shannon's dog, the golden retriever. Because he's darling, and he does whatever anybody wants, just like a great golden retriever would. Yes. But anyway, I don't know. I'm sort of team Jesus Jugs.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but John Jansen picked who he picked.
Yeah.
She is who he's with at the minute. Shannon should just let it go. And
she should let it go.
Whatever. I don't care.
Well, and the thing is, then she offered to pay the money, but she put up such a stink, and he's like, no. Like,
and we skated past the fact that she got a DUI because she crashed her car into his house.
Yeah.
And almost hit his kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah. So, but yet she's still drinking.
I mean, like a champ.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
But as long as she's Ubering, who cares?
No, true.
But that's where Tamra keeps harping on. You're an alcoholic. Like, okay, but she's also maybe not driving. I don't know. Is she?
But there's probably things that we don't see that she knows, that she's like, you should not be drinking.
Well, the only time she called those girls, and then her stories always flipped, is when she was drunk.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she's saying that.
No, she's definitely a pot stirrer, for sure. And I feel like we've got some dirt on Heather this year, where normally she would be like squeaky clean.
Usually she's clean.
Yeah. So
what dirt? Other than
like calling the paparazzi.
Do you think that's true? She denies it.
Well, yeah, I think it's true. I mean, I think it's really kind of weird that you're just randomly alone at Disneyland, and then all of a sudden you have like these great pictures. And it came off, I think, after maybe Terry was allegedly cheating or something.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay, I don't think I just made that up.
Oh,
maybe I did.
We should.
I'm starting a rumor.
Wow.
I think so. I think that's why she had that stuff staged.
Really? Because I would think it would be the opposite. She's better looking in the relationship.
Yeah, but she's not going anywhere.
No, but she's got her acting career.
No, she doesn't. I mean, she probably has whatever she's created since being with Terry, but Terry keeps everything afloat.
Well, that's true.
So,
does he still have that show?
Botched?
I
don't know.
I love that show.
No, it's a great show. People do really get
people would come in with fucked up plastic surgery.
Crazy things.
And they would be like, so how long have you had those plastic lips in your lips? And they'd find the craziest shit in people.
I mean, some people, I just don't understand the obsession with the plastic surgery.
It can go beyond. It's ridiculous.
So
we were together this weekend.
Oh, I know.
It was so fun.
The UofM game. That was so much fun.
It was so fun.
So it was.
You survived is this your first tailgate there? No, you've tailgated.
No, I was there at 19. Okay. So I don't really remember
So it's
much.
Your first tailgate.
It was basically like legit first. I remember everything. Let's just put it that way. It was insane. It was over 110,000 people were in that stadium.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing like that.
There's nothing like it in the country.
No, I found out that is the biggest stadium in the United States.
There used to be a stat that the Michigan Stadium is the third largest populated city on a Saturday, football Saturday.
Oh, I could see that.
Out of all of Michigan.
We were at a frat party, and you couldn't move.
I know, but that was not typical.
But I remember I would thrive on that kind of shit when I was in college, like a party like that.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Thrive on it. And now I was like, well, I was really hoping that nobody would spill anything in my hair. Unfortunately, it did happen to you.
It happened to me. Right down the hair, right down my white vest.
Oh my gosh. So now these college kids are smart. They don't want to be roofied, so they fill old milk gallon jugs with Borgs. They call them Borgs.
What's it stand for? Blackout. What? Rage gallon.
Nice.
I mean, genius to whoever made that up.
Right?
I hope they took it to Shark Tank.
Yeah. So, I mean, but it's great. And then they all name their drinks.
Yeah.
You know? But someone had an orange one, and unfortunately it ended up in your hair and all over your white vest.
Yeah.
So many people. In
a confined, tiny space.
Where they tried to fence it off with tarps and
caution tape.
Yeah, and that wasn't really working much either.
No. But it was fun.
But the plethora of, you know, is it yellow and maize?
Maize and blue.
Maize and blue. Mm-hmm. Oh, so the maize is the yellow?
Maize is yellow.
Oh. So maize and blue and green and white.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very even.
Yes.
So.
Yes, it was. Because it was a big rivalry game. Mm-hmm. It was good. It was fun. Night game.
It was so fun.
Yeah. At the end.
You have friends that have like a killer tailgate spot.
Yeah.
Like right before you walk in the stadium. Although when we were going into the stadium.
It was a shit show.
It was such a shit show. Mm-hmm. I was like,
picture 110,000 people trying to get into
one gate.
Yeah, 5 doors.
That was
it's
madness,
insane.
Absolutely madness. But then once you got in, it was fine.
Right.
So, no, it was great. I mean, it was under the lights.
I may or may not have gotten into an argument with a man who was 7 feet tall behind me getting into the gate. I forgot to tell you this.
No.
He like punched me in the kidney.
What?
With his jacket. I mean, he was like pushing forward so hard that I turned around and I go, you just punched me in the kidney. I mean, do we have to do this?
That. You get so fired up
I
sometimes.
was so pissed. He's like looking down at me. He goes, what is your problem? I go, what do you mean? You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you mean, what's my problem?
What do you mean, what's my problem? I will take you out. Anyway, I calmed myself down. Randy basically had to pick me up by my midsection, and I was like,
okay, so I have to ask you.
I will end you. I'm kidding.
And I don't think you do know this because you saw her picture, but Sarah Boone. Do you know who Sarah Boone is? She was not at the game. No, she is awaiting her sentencing on December 2nd. For murdering her boyfriend because she zipped him up in a suitcase and left him. She claims they were playing hide and seek. And then while she had him in the suitcase, she started asking him questions that she would normally be nervous to ask him if he was like right in front of her. I tried.
What? Have you ever cheated on me?
Yeah, like all kinds of questions. And then she said that she was so drunk that she forgot he was in the suitcase, so she just went to bed.
But that wouldn't kill somebody.
Well, she woke up the next morning and, so here's the other thing. I forgot about this part. So yes, that's what she claims. But then they were like, what about this blunt force trauma to his head?
Oh.
And then what happened to his like hand or his wrist? And she was like, oh, that's right. Like he started to unzip and I used a baseball bat to put his hand back inside.
All right. I mean, you can escape a suitcase.
So,
right?
He was stuck in there.
I think we should challenge.
She claimed in her testimony that she thought it was so funny that he was so tiny and that they were both laughing about how he could fit in a suitcase and that she was like wheeling him around the house.
Why, is she gigantic?
I don't think so.
Oh.
But she looks crazy. She looks like she would zip somebody up in a suitcase.
She's not attractive.
So.
And that haircut, Sarah, is her name?
Yeah, Sarah Boone.
Sarah.
Guess what state she lives in?
Florida.
Yep.
Knew it.
Florida woman zips her husband up in suitcase.
Knew it. You know why? Florida has the crazy ass people.
Right.
Look at Cops. Mm-hmm. The show. Where do they always go? Because they have the most amount of content. So there's supposed
to be a video. So that's what he looks like.
She's like, oh my God.
Yeah. So
I bet they were both on drugs. Okay, that's also a nylon suitcase.
Yeah, I feel like you should be able to breathe through that. She probably beat him with a baseball bat while he was in there.
They probably were high and drunk. Look at the
Excuse me.
They were high and drunk. And
she claims self-defense. You can't claim self-defense when someone's zipped up in a suitcase.
God, that's awesome.
But basically, she says that she woke up the next morning and was like, oh, here's the suitcase that I had him zipped up in. And then she unzipped it and she was like, ooh,
oopsies. Oopsies.
So
he's not moving.
Yeah, I was just curious if you had heard about Sarah.
I haven't. It's probably overshadowed by the celebrity list that is going to be released of P Diddy.
Is there a new list coming out?
I took screenshots.
Oh, tell me.
I have receipts. Hold on, please. So I took screenshots of a certain TikTok. It said 1 through, look at.
Oh my gosh. What?
Celebrities. All celebrity. I mean, name 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Or 1 through.
Are those the best ones?
Yes. Hold on. Jay-Z, Beyonce, J-Lo, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Naomi Campbell, Mary J. Blige, Leonardo DiCaprio, Usher, and number 10, Rihanna.
Oh.
I mean, I could go on. That I didn't even hit. Justin Bieber's 14.
Yeah.
All these people are so fucked.
Peruse and see if there's any other great names.
Will Smith. You knew he'd be on it.
Yeah.
Chris Brown. Also, there's a documentary about Chris Brown. Have you guys heard about that?
Well, he beat up Rihanna.
He beat the shit out of Rihanna.
Yeah.
Now, what's the documentary going to say?
P Diddy told me to do it.
She was in a suitcase. Post Malone, that's disappointed.
That's very disappointing.
We knew that.
We knew about Ellen.
Kevin Hart, Jamie Foxx, Oprah.
Yeah, knew it.
Lenny Kravitz, say it isn't so.
Right.
Chris Rock, Nas, Eva Longoria, Pharrell, Joe Jonas, Demi Lovato, John Legend, Chrissy Teigen. I mean, the list is long and mighty. Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively. As if they need more bad media.
Well, I feel like they're not in hiding, but I feel like they're like
Justin Timberlake.
That's why he canceled your concert.
He canceled my concert on Friday night. We were supposed to see him. I bought tickets last February, and he canceled Wednesday. The concert was Friday due to
exhaustion.
Was it?
Allegedly.
Or I heard bronchitis. Mm-hmm. And then our friend Jody sent me an article that said he was cheating on his wife when he got his DUI.
Mm-hmm. Boy's going through some shit right now.
Okay, I saw the Eagles last week.
Yeah.
They played for 2.5 hours, and they are literally 100 years old.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're telling me that he doesn't get NAD, like infusions, and, B12 and all the shit that
we
keeps
saw
him.
Mick Jagger last year. Was it last year or the year before?
Oh, I didn't go. I had a friend that was in town that her 900 flights got canceled. And I was like, yeah, no, guys, I can't go.
That man was hopping around the stage. He's like 81, 82. Justin, come on.
Yeah, no, that's all
step
bullshit.
It up. Mm-hmm. And if you're on the P Diddy list, the first place I would be? Touring.
Yeah, making everybody love me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And making the money while I can, because Jessica's going to leave you soon.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. That sucked.
Bananas. No, you really disappoint some people. Mm-hmm. But what I didn't think about, because yes, you still have your tickets. You're supposed to be able to go in February. Hopefully the days work for you.
Hopefully.
Because that's not a guarantee. And you went from going to a concert on a Friday night, which is when normal people get to see concerts. And now it's like to a Thursday. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not everybody gets to do that. But what about the venue that was supposed to have beer sales.
Yes.
And food sales.
And then they were empty that night.
Yes. And the people that were supposed to work and thinking that they were going to get paid and they're no longer getting paid. Like, you ruined the economic value of a Friday night in Detroit.
Right. And also, like, who gets reimbursed then? Does Ticketmaster, does Justin Timberlake forego all the profit he was going to make? And does that go back into the venue? Well, I don't think he does
because you have a new concert date. So I've had both happen. I've had where there's been a new concert date, you go to the new concert, and it's as if nothing happened. And then I've had it where it's like, this is shut down, not happening.
Here's your money back.
Yeah, in 12 days, Ticketmaster gives you your money back.
Well, that's what happened with J-Lo when she canceled on me. I feel like it's me.
It's not you. It's just everybody that you're going to see was on
the Diddy list.
Which is why I told you I'm only going to listen to country music.
I can't. Sorry. Well, your country boy, what's his name?
Oh, Zach Bryan. Big boo on you.
Did he cheat? Like, what happened?
I don't know, but here's the thing, and I'm really excited for this.
Portnoy is not pleased.
He's not pleased. And I'm not a huge fan of the BFF podcast because when Dave Portnoy, listen, I can't pronounce words. I get it. And sometimes my tongue gets jumbled in my mouth. That man is 10 times worse than me.
Dave Portnoy?
Yes. And he like reads headlines to Brianna and like this other dude.
Okay.
And they're like younger. And they kind of like read headlines back and forth. And it's young versus old kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So like he was talking about Dave Matthews and they were both like, who? Like
no.
that kind of, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So they have this podcast together and she was not going to come out publicly and say anything about what went down. But after Zach Bryan put all that shit out on social media.
Okay, go backwards because I don't pay attention. So what did he put on social media? And then also, why is her last name Chicken Fry?
It's not really Chicken Fry. I don't know what it truly is. I know she has her own podcast called Plan Bri with her friend Grace O'Malley.
Which is cute. Cute name.
Do you know who Grace O'Malley is?
No.
Oh my God, she's fucking fantastic. Mm-mm. They're both from Boston, but like Boston,
okay.
Right? And when Brianna is on the BFF podcast with Dave and this other dude, a little bit of a Boston accent, but nothing crazy. When she's with her girl Grace,
who's like a Southie or something.
They're both Southies. I think that's what they sound like. But Grace is an aspiring comedian. She's hysterical. She wants Bri to get her basically like a prostitute male companion. She doesn't want to know he's a prostitute. She wants to be like out one night and then just this guy just like woos her and everything. And just, it's like the most amazing one night stand she's ever had in her life.
Oh.
Sometimes their podcast is really funny.
Okay.
And then sometimes like they're talking about such insider stuff that I'm like, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Anywho. So she is going to go on the BFF podcast and basically spill all the beans on why it didn't work out with her and Zach because he put on his social media. He like basically like broke up with her and then put a blast on social media like, please give us grace like at this time. Like we're breaking up. And
so he broke up with her
shit.
Through what? Text? Did he call her?
I don't know. I do not know.
He seems like a guy that would just
There was rumors and she covered up the rumors on the BFF podcast saying like, he's going through some hard shit. He's had a tough year. Yeah, we had a bad couple of days, but we're better now. We're back together. All is good. Blah, 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 blah. And then 3 weeks later, it's just he puts out that he's that they're no longer together.
How long were they together?
I think a couple of years.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. And like Grace was doing the podcast by herself in the studio in like New York and Bri was out on tour with Zach and would,
wow.
remote in. Uh-huh.
Well, Portnoy put him on blast.
So Chris said he heard a comment that Portnoy said there was something about him I never felt comfortable in his presence.
Oh.
And do you know what? I don't know if you know this or not, but this will make you love Dave Portnoy even more.
What?
Giant Swifty.
Oh, I know. He's a giant Swifty. And he's a Wolverine.
He is a Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Very, very proud.
Yeah, he's a giant Swifty.
Yeah. Huge Swifty.
He calls her mother.
I mean, the way that he talks about her, I was like, holy shit, man.
He loves
her.
Too
funny.
So much.
Too funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I feel like I need to see what the hype is for a concert. For $2,500 a ticket. Probably not.
So you can now buy an Eras ticket. So she's going to be in Indianapolis. So when this posts, she will have been in Indianapolis. She was just in New Orleans. So Evie's friend Julia, who, called us last night, and she was giving us a recap of when she was in New Orleans.
Okay.
And she was like, it was crazy. Like you could get, well, they already had seats, but I think you could get tickets last minute, but still in the thousands. And people were just waiting for last minute tickets.
Unbelievable.
And would just go in after the show started.
Right? Mm-hmm. Bananas.
It is absolutely bananas.
So this was
the Swifties are like they're like a political group.
So Brianna asked Dave Portnoy, but when does the Eras tour end? He's like, never, never. There's always a new era. It will always keep going. It's infinite, and it's just going to keep going.
Infinity. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. She's going to be in Indianapolis, and then I don't know where else in the States, and then she's going to be in Canada.
She's going to be in Toronto. I know somebody going to that concert. I know where their seats are, and they paid $2,500 for their seats. They will not see her face from where they are, except for up on that big jumbo screen. If I'm paying $2,500 for a ticket, I want my stool to be on the fucking stage, and I want to be serenaded to.
Okay. I want you to go home. Here's your homework assignment. I want you to go home and watch the Reputation tour on Netflix.
I watched it at your house.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. It was amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah. Eras is better. I think it's way better. And now Eras with the Tortured Poets department.
Well, that was Dave's other thing is that there's a whole nother album, so there's a whole new era. So
according to Evie's friend Julia, though, it wasn't the greatest. She's like, she played 7 songs from Tortured Poets department.
And they're all like slow and sad.
But I love them all.
Really?
You can do it with a broken heart. Hello?
No, I don't really know any of them.
It just takes you back to when you've had some shit go down with a guy, like whenever.
Yeah.
And you still have to go on with your life.
Yeah.
And you can do it with broken heart.
But do you feel like you still need to sing those songs now?
No, but I mean anything in your life that you're like, shit goes down in your life and you're like, I still have to show up. And I still have to smile, and I have to.
No, I mean that's definitely true.
Say, all good. Yeah. No one knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll give it a listen. I like to listen to happy songs.
Some of them are happy.
Okay.
Her old albums are happy.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about this new album.
Oh,
everybody says it's like
Department.
that it's. Very, like,
the title doesn't vary from what she's trying to talk about.
But I feel like now there's got to be like a new album that's all like amazing love song inspired by Travis Kelce.
Well, she has So High School. That's inspired by him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where she talks all about him.
Oh.
It's cute. It's very cute. It's very like boppy.
But if they do break up, imagine that album.
Everybody's warning him. They're like, don't break up with her. She will fuck you over in a song.
You be canceled, bitch.
Just like she did to Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right?
A 10-minute song on All Too Well. That is all about him.
Jake Gyllenhaal is hot, though.
He is hot. He must have done a number on her.
Right? Like, I don't even like listen to Taylor Swift songs, and I know that there's a whole issue over like a scarf.
Well, it's red. And she left it at his sister's house. Oh. And it still smells like her.
Oh my God, I love that you know all of that.
I love her. I love her music. I think she's an amazing songwriter. She puts words together that you wouldn't ever think. And she talks about stuff that everyone goes through.
No, I just remember when we took our kids to New York City for Christmas in 2016. I think it was 16. And it was like when she was making her big comeback after the whole Kanye West thing. She kind of went dark for a little while. And it was the whole thing, I think, like with Citibank or some credit card. And I just remember us, because we were staying in Times Square, and like we were at like whatever the bar is that was like looking over Times Square. And it was Taylor Swift everywhere, and just thinking, wow, what a smart businesswoman. She is just raking this in right now.
There are several universities that have a Taylor Swift class.
To talk about her marketing strategies?
Oof. And what she did. So when she reclaimed all of her albums.
Yep.
When that Scooter Braun guy like screwed her, and she's like, oh, I'll just re-record them. Taylor's version.
Right. Taylor Swift, do you want to sponsor a podcast?
Right.
I know one called Listen, Here's the Thing.
Well, I want you to be a guest. I want all the secret sauce of how you market. And then she leaves these little Easter eggs on her album so that people try to guess what's going to happen next.
For the next album?
For the next album, for the next song. Like, she's
so much lore.
She's got a whole marketing genius strategy with, I'm sure, a humongous team.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But
it's incredible.
When you have like all this lore, I mean, it's kind of like pop culture Dungeons and Dragons kind of stuff.
Yes.
Where that's what keeps all of these kids
and all these people are just like,
yeah.
But really to go to her concert and experience the love and everyone trading bracelets.
I'm sure the energy is insane.
The energy is insane. Like we met, I can't remember how many people.
Yeah.
Who just were like, oh my God, I love, and everybody dresses in a different era.
Yeah.
And you trade bracelets and you give hugs and everyone is singing every single word to every song.
Yeah.
It's
bananas.
Bananas. It's bananas.
Listen, Here's the Thing is inspired by Be Alive. Are you ready to share your passions and creativity with the world? At Be Alive, their mission is to build brands and inspire people to chase their passions. They're always searching for dynamic storytellers and creators with a passion to join their team.
A team of dreamers, creators, seekers, united by a common passion for adventure and creativity. If you want to join the Be Alive creator community, maybe shop for some fun Be Alive merch, or catch up on all Listen, Here's the Thing episodes and blogs, head over to Go Be Alive and join the Be Alive family. Be Alive, it's that simple. So we have been asked about books that we are reading. And then
you're better at books than me, though.
Well, I want people to give us suggestions. I think somebody else gave us a suggestion that I need to read it still. Addie did.
What was her book?
I don't remember. I got to look back at my text.
Okay.
But the couple books I've read lately, I'm super into like biographies and autobiographies. I just like learning about different people and what their journey was. So the latest one I'm still reading it. I'm not done. Is called The Gambler by Kurt Kevorkian.
Oh, I thought it was going to be by Kenny Rogers.
No. You got to know when to hold them. No, similar as far as Vegas.
Oh,
so
was he a fighter pilot?
He was, yes. And he had such a big history. He was in World War I, I think. And anyway, dropout, became this veteran, got interested in airplanes, started trading airplanes, became commercial airlines. He was just an entrepreneur from the start.
Yeah.
And then
a penniless dropout became the greatest deal maker in capitalist history.
He was like a billionaire.
Yeah.
One of the first.
Yeah.
And discovered and created so many different casinos in Vegas. That's how he got started. He was a big gambler.
Hence the gambler. Okay.
So he was a gambler that way, but he was also a gambler with his business.
All right, then I'm going to go with World War II, and then he was like friends with, like he was rubbing elbows with
Cary Grant,
Sinatra. Yeah.
Frank Sinatra, Howard Hughes.
Okay, yeah.
And so he was very quiet and recluse. Okay. Didn't want to be around anybody, never wanted the attention, which is why you've never heard of him.
Okay.
And then he died. It's a really great story from he was so reclusive that the author had to get clips from like different interviews that he did over time, and they were small. And he had to go back and do a lot of research because this guy was so private, which is different from, like a Steve Wynn that owns half of Vegas or
But I feel like that's New Vegas.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that really put themselves out there, now granted I wasn't around at that time, but I'm going to go with like the gangsters and like the mob.
Yeah.
That's what was really
And that's who he was also friends with.
Yeah.
To make deals and to go forward with his business.
Not wanting to be associated with them. You're going to have to that would be a good
It's movie. A really interesting, it probably is a movie. I haven't even looked at it, but it's a good book. I'm not all done with it yet. And, of course, he reminds me of the modern day Elon Musk. He has many ideas. He's an inventor. Okay. He's an entrepreneur. But his personal life is kind of for shit. Because you can't be out there and making a lot of deals and having a lot of ideas and be romantically suave. You just can't. It doesn't go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So that was kind of his deal with his
Was he a womanizer?
No. Because he was just not, or just time.
Yeah, okay. Oh, well, there's a difference between not having time.
He was not a womanizer.
And being a dick.
He was not really anything to anybody.
Okay.
Which is sad in a way.
Yeah.
Right?
So his business was his lover.
His business was his lover.
Yeah.
And he had a wife, and I think he eventually had kids, but I don't think they were the highlight of his life, right? Whereas the other book I read was Kirk Herbstreit, who is College Game Day. I followed him ever since he played. He was quarterback for Ohio State, which is, sacrilegious. But at the same time, he's a really great story. He's a commentator for College Game Day on Saturdays, which I love.
You do.
I love college football for the reason that it is so pure. It's all heart. I mean, it was before the NIL.
Yeah.
And kids, you love to hear the stories, right? These are the stories of the kids who came from whatever, and they all became a team, and then they became the man or the woman that they're going to be in life later.
Right.
And they were brought up in this college system of athletics, which brings everybody together. Anyway, he talks about that, but he also talks about his family, and he's got a really core family. He's got a wife that he met in college and 4 boys, and they all play football, and he travels, but he travels like from, he commentates like Thursday night. He flies back to his hometown. He still lives in Ohio.
Okay.
To go to his son's Friday night football game.
Okay.
And then he flies back on Saturday morning to be there for game day wherever they are. And they never know until the last minute.
Yeah.
So like last Saturday, they were in Indiana because Indiana's number 1.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he's just, he's very fascinating. I think he's great. I remember him when I was in college, and he's about my age, and yeah.
Okay.
He's cute. And he dated a cheerleader in college. And,
Is that his now wife?
his wife, yes. And he loves golden retrievers.
Oh, very nice. I don't know much about college football, but who is the coach of Indiana?
Oh, God, what is his name? He's new. He's new this year.
But
They're undefeated.
Google me.
Google me.
That's what someone was like. How are you going to be like a winning team? Blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, Google me.
Yeah.
Fucking love that.
He was an assistant coach in Alabama.
Okay.
Went somewhere else, and then recently became the head coach for Indiana. He's from Philadelphia. No, he's from Pittsburgh or somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Well, he's 100% from Pennsylvania. But like, it was funny because Chris is like, oh, he's totally from the burg. I can tell from his accent. But then you and Randy were like, oh, nope, he sounds Philly.
He sounds Philly.
So if you enjoy our banter as much as we do, show us some love. Like, rate, follow, and share us with your soul sisters, your friends, acquaintances, random strangers on the street, your mortal enemy, and your family. And hey, tell us what you want our next episode to be about. It's like it's girls' night, but it's for all of us. Cheers to laughter, insights, and moments that matter. Let's keep this party going.
So anyway, those are the books we're reading. If you guys have any suggestions on books.
Yeah, I downloaded a book.
What are you reading?
I've yet to start to read it. Hold, please. Hunting Adeline.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's it by?
H.D. Carlton.
What's it about?
So basically, it's highly rated by listeners for gripping storyline and intense romance, captivating narration, suspenseful plot, emotional depth. I wonder if it put in my feed for intense romance after the idea of you. And Verity. Verity's a little saucy.
Yeah, Verity saucy.
Yeah.
You know what else is saucy? What's that?
It's more intense than Verity.
Oh, it is? You read it?
You read Hunting Adeline?
My girlfriend likes Haunted, and then there's a second one, Haunting Adeline.
Damn.
Wow.
We should bring your
the sex
girlfriend
is worse,
on.
Is that what you said?
It's
Saucy?
just material's a lot more adult than like
Wow. I just want everybody to know that our 25-year-old? 24-year-old male producer is like, yeah,
It's saucy.
Sex. So did your girlfriend tell you it was saucy sex, or you read it too?
I've read a few. She's big into all.
Does she read it to you?
Oh. Plot twist.
I just get recounted the tales.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know when she puts down the book that you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, I know what you just
I know.
read.
I know where we're going right now. I remember reading the 50 Shades of Grey on spring break one year.
And then you just had a ton of sex.
Yeah. And Randy was like, I got the girls. You go read. You go read. I read like all the books like at the beach.
Speaking of saucy, and I wasn't expecting it, how about that new show, Is it Disclaimer?
Disclaimer.
On Apple Plus.
Well, I think it's maybe only episode 3.
I think it's just the one episode that's basically
/4.
soft porn.
Yeah. It is soft porn.
That episode is soft porn.
I mean, it's good.
It's so good.
That lady is
just
amazing.
Can't imagine seducing a 20-year-old boy.
I think he was 19.
I mean,
Gross.
No. I mean, he barely had pubes. Like, I just don't see
She was desperate and hard up. But then regretted it immediately the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch the show. Give us your feedback.
I'm an episode behind.
Oh, yeah. New episode came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last Friday. Did you watch it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's no
gripping.
sauciness in this episode.
Okay. Kate Blanchett.
Yes, and she looks stunning.
She's stunning.
Yeah.
And Sacha Baron Cohen, which is so wild.
He plays a very serious role.
Right, because I'm used to him being Borat.
Yes. And they're the kid that plays their son, he's obviously an English actor, skinny little twig of a nerdy dude.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just
interesting.
Love. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an interesting story. I don't know where they're going with it. I kind of have my own theory.
Yeah.
But I'll save it till the end to see if it was.
We'll talk about it when the show is over.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. So I can't wait for that.
Glow Medical Spa is Mid-Michigan's premier med spa for skin rejuvenation and anti-aging. The trained nurses and estheticians at Glow specialize in non-invasive facial aesthetics such as toxins, fillers, and lasers. Glow is ranked in the top 1% of all providers in the U.S. for Botox and filler, as well as Black Diamond Icon status for Hydrofacial.
Glow Body specializes in body contouring with Ensculpt Neo, Emcella, weight loss clinic, and therapeutic massage. Book an appointment today at glow-skinspa.com. Okay, so the wine today is not a Tuesday wine.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not a Tuesday wine.
It sort of tastes like a.
It's not a Tuesday wine by cost. No, it's okay.
How much was it?
Well, I paid $37 for it, which isn't horrible.
But that's kind of a lot for wine spice.
37. Well, no, I mean it retails for 80. Like if you
that's an $80 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Girl,
no, I'd rather have. I think I would rather have a decoy, and that's like $17. Yeah. I only bought one more bottle. We'll save it for like the end of the night.
It opened up.
Yeah. No, the first sip I was like, meh, meh, meh. But it did get better.
And the label is throwing me off. I'm not sure where they're going with the Dippin' Dots. You know what I mean?
I don't really know either. But it's a darling couple that owns the vineyard.
Okay, good for them.
Jaffe? I was really hoping it was going to be amazing. I was going to tell their whole story. No, I'm not going to throw them under the bus. But
Jaffe,
it's all right.
Is that their last name? Jaffe?
Yeah, that's their last
name.
Cute. Metamorphosis. It's okay. Are you ready to transform your body and mind? Rebar Fitness Studio in Midland, Michigan is what you're looking for. Rebar isn't just a fitness studio, it's a community where strength meets serenity. Whether you're flowing through a yoga sequence, sculpting with bar, or unleashing your energy in a work or pound class, Rebar Fitness Studio offers something for everyone. Their expert instructors create an inspiring and supportive environment that will have you reaching your goals and loving every minute of it.
Elevate your fitness journey, join Rebar Fitness Studio family today, and discover the workout experience you've been waiting for. You can go to rebarmichigan.com and use code LHTT15 to receive 15% off a punch card or monthly membership.
All right. Well, this episode, hence you taking off your sweater. Well, although it is hot out, you're not really having a hot flash.
75.
It's hot outside.
And I think we have to cut the air when we tape this, right? So it's not like
yeah, we do. But basically we're talking about
sweating.
Perimenopause, menopause, and
what supplements we take.
And what supplements we take and all that kind of stuff to make us feel our best. Because I feel the best I have since probably about 2018.
Yeah. You've really figured out your formula.
I have. And I didn't figure it out on my own. Like I had help.
Right. And you're 44.
Yes.
Okay. So you're straight in perimenopause.
So what I realize now is, like, I got my period today. Okay. I would say starting 3 days ago up until it's almost like when you find out you have it, you're like, oh no, I'm not a serial killer. I was just getting my period. My patience is like nothing. My patience is so small.
Noted.
And my family is like, Mom, you kind of feel like you're a little bit on edge. And I was like, you don't even know what I'm holding back. And now at this point, like, I don't fucking care. Because now you're just being annoying. I'm going to let you know you're being annoying.
Okay.
Right? I'm crampy.
Let it out.
Right? Mm-hmm. My joints hurt. Like, I feel
tomorrow
bloated.
You'll be fine.
And tomorrow will be fine.
Yeah.
Just don't fucking cross me right now. Because I'm a little enraged. I don't have much patience. So... noted to everyone in this room.
Anyway, thank you for joining our show.
Okay, but I did see a thing. Very sweet friend Lynette sent me this thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, The inner spirits told you that we were going to be talking about this on the podcast. She sent me this thing where this lady put out a reel, and she was like, note the word menopause. It literally says men pause.
Yes.
Like, hold the fuck up. Because guess what? This one body helped create life, carry life, deliver life, then feed life. What the fuck did you do?
Right.
Got your rocks off for like 15 minutes?
That's a great question.
Right?
That is a great question.
But yeah, then we have to go through this spiral of like emotions and hormones and body changes. And if you don't get it, like if you don't catch it and try to fix it, then you kind of end up in a spot where it takes you a lot longer to try to get back to where
yourself
you want to be.
up from the hole. Which is sort of the generation that our moms were in.
Yes.
Your mom's younger than my mom. But my mom was like, menopause is fine. It was fine. It's just what you go through.
Yeah, my mom didn't really like talk about it.
Right. Because that was their generation. Like they didn't talk about it. They thought it was normal because their moms told it. You just go through it. And I think our generation is the generation of change for the next one. I told my girls, I'm like, oh, you're welcome. Because guess what? We're trying to figure it out so you don't have to be a raging bitch for 10 years. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And trying to say like it's okay to take some hormones and take
supplements.
All these. Now, listen, the amount of supplements I take in a day.
It's obnoxious. I take the same.
I'm a fucking pharmacy.
Yes.
Right?
I mean, it is embarrassing almost to the point where if I have lunch with someone that I get my little pill. I have 2 pill boxes, by the way. I have one for the morning and then one for the afternoon. I load that sucker up. I mean, but see, guess what?
So this
We're
is all
pretty
the
much
stuff
all in the same.
This is only one page of the shit that I take.
Yeah, I'm on pretty much the same.
So I stopped taking collagen and started taking colostrum about 4 months ago. And I will tell you, I can't say I do.
Why?
I can't say much for my skin because I have been doing so much other stuff for my skin that I think it probably just complements it.
Do you take colostrum raw?
I don't like scoop it and put it in my mouth. I put it in my tincture that has my fiber in it and all my mountain ops.
Okay. Because I do collagen and peptide in the morning.
Okay. So I switched to colostrum. I would say after switching to that, being on it for a couple months, my fingernails that got eaten up by Amazon,
are they growing?
Turned around, started to grow. My hair is growing so fast. And I've always had thick, full hair.
Yeah.
But it is so much thicker and so much fuller, like at the root.
Okay.
That and I have to get my hair colored more often. I
because it's growing fast.
It's growing so fast. I mean, at 4 weeks, I'm like, holy shit, I need to go get my hair colored. Okay. Where normally I could go like 8 weeks.
Maybe I should
I'm
switch.
A huge believer.
Okay, so instead of collagen.
All right.
And then I also take creatine.
I do take creatine too.
Which
I think I forgot to send you that picture, Kelsey.
Used to be like your boyfriend in high school's muscle medicine. And now we take it as menopausal women
every single day.
We need to build muscle.
You lose after the age of 35. You lose a percentage of muscle, like 100%. All the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. That sounds good.
Yeah,
because that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
right.
Well, and also your exercises start to change.
Yes,
as well. Because I used to go, I was all about a HIIT workout, burning all the cardio. Oh my gosh, I need a PR in my Peloton. It's not even worth it if I don't hit all the rings on my Apple Watch and PR and blah, 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 blah. Now I just want to do bar 5 days a week and walk my dogs. And I'm in better, better physical
the best
shape
that I've ever seen you
than
look.
when I was, killing myself, basically.
You look the best you've ever
looked.
Thank you.
As
an adult that I've known you.
And I feel good too.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Right.
No, so when I made that little reel where like, how your Apple phone will just kind of create like a storyboard of like a friendship or something, like pictures. So I had one of me and you, and I'm looking at these pictures of me from like 38, 39 years old. I'm like, I look like hammered dog shit. But that's when my thyroid was.
First of all, you didn't. That you're looking at it a lens of like your biggest critic.
For sure. But just skin and like inflammation and puffiness, knowing now like, oh my gosh, my thyroid was starting to crash here.
Yeah.
And that the whole sickness just continued to build until, you know, I literally had to say goodbye to modern medicine that's dealing with my insurance and go see a concierge doctor who's actually going to find all the markers and do all the things, because your insurance won't pay for it. Your general practitioner will not.
You're going to have to pay for you. Out of pocket.
Yeah.
Is the bottom line.
Yeah.
And just because we're taking all this shit doesn't mean anybody that's listening to this should take it.
No, a doctor.
We're not
told
a
me to take
doctor.
this. Yeah.
We only play one on a podcast. So please advise with your medical person.
I didn't start taking Conquel 100 with trimagnesium and
I take that thyroid energy. And I also take like a heart medication, because the number one disease that women die of is heart disease, which is really frightening.
Which is very frightening. But you know, I love McCall McPherson, the thyroid chick out of Austin, Texas, Modern Thyroid Clinic. And she is an advocate for GLP-1s, which is your semaglutide and all that kind of stuff.
Tirzepatide, yeah.
And she's like, yes, well, it helps you lose weight. Yeah, I use that in my weight loss clinic. Let's talk about the fact that it is helping people with heart disease. Let's talk about the fact that it's helping people with inflammation. So there's all these other things that they're finding.
There's
that
a controversy with it.
So people were just thinking that this is just like it helps you lose weight. Awesome. Fantastic.
Right.
But there's all these other things that they're finding out that are benefiting people.
When your glucose level is high, that fucks up your whole system. So if you can get that under control, however you do it, then everything else can kind of march into place.
Right.
But
she, again, is a concierge. I think she's a PA. But yeah, I didn't decide to take all of like DHEA and all this crap like on my own. Like I had this massive panel done of my blood work, as did you. And that person sits down with you for 90 minutes and goes through every single one of your markers and and tells you why you should be taking this stuff.
Right. And primary care doctors, they're great for what they are trained for, but they don't get trained in anti-aging and menopause. There's nothing like that happens in med school.
And they don't want to be responsible to put you on hormone therapy.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Yeah.
I am the N of one in terms of these markers that I have for future breast cancer and future ovarian cancer. So my doctors are very afraid for me to go on hormone therapy. But as you dig deeper, and you have to be an advocate for your own health. Otherwise, you're fucked. Yeah. Because no one else is. They just will tote the line of whatever their institution says that they should look. And it's pretty much like a chart of like, if you're here, you take this. If you're here, you take this. So I took this into my own hands and really researched the study criteria, the people that were involved. Is anybody like me? No. But my doctors the whole time were telling me I could not take any hormone medication. But they couldn't also prove to me that I couldn't.
Yeah.
So I am. Because for me, the benefit outweighs the risk. So the risk is what? Nobody can tell me a risk.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking it into my own hands. I mean,
I would knock on that.
I'd knock on wood. Anyway.
Yeah. But you're also seeing people who are checking your blood work and checking all your things, blood work making checked. Sure
I'm getting
that
everything.
You're staying healthy.
Yes.
And all your markers are where they're supposed to be.
And my weight is at a area where it's manageable. I'm eating right. I'm exercising the same as you. Yeah. I'm not doing the HIIT workouts like I used to because it didn't benefit me. And it still doesn't.
I was going through crazy workouts. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Army. It's AARMY. They're out of New York. They have an app. They do cycling classes. They do HIIT fitness classes. I was doing that like 4 to 5 times a week. And at first you do see results because you're doing something different than you were doing before.
Yes.
But then I was like also barely eating because I'm like, oh my God, I'm, 25 pounds overweight. And only to ruin my body more and find out that's not what I needed. One, I needed to
You're tearing down muscle.
Yeah, I needed to have my thyroid fixed. That helped a lot. But at the same time, no, I was ruining myself. And I think people who think, yes, less calories in and more burn. Yes, that's the age-old rule.
Yeah.
But there's different, like you should have good fats in your diet. And you should
protein.
have good animal protein. I believe in animal protein.
Well, I grew up in an era where you did aerobics.
Right. Yeah, like
I mean, I'm talking
step
the thong up your butt. Let's
Jane
go.
Fonda.
I was at 24-hour fitness all the time doing like hardcore cardio. And I thought that was enough. But I was skinny, flabby, kind of, you know? So now I'm more conscious about either weight bearing or lifting heavier, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you're very...
I was intentional. I'm more intentional about what I lift.
Like you are an avid Tracy Anderson
Love her.
worker-outer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in the process, did I tell you,
No?
of building a Tracy Anderson studio in my house.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in Midland.
No.
Oh.
No. It wouldn't
Okay, well,
fly.
what's a Tracy Anderson? You have a gym in your house, and
I know,
you have
but
like
I
all
need
the
an
Tracy
addition-
Anderson
I
things.
need an additional room because I can't work out with my husband in there. He takes up too much room. In addition,
He just likes it when you wear your tiny tank tops.
in
and your boobies
addition,
are
I
popping
need
out.
mirrors everywhere.
Okay.
So I'm building a room with mirrors. And
Where?
then in one of our spare bedrooms.
Okay.
I'm gonna have no children in our house next year, so I might build 3 Tracy Anderson studios. Who knows? The sky is the limit.
Okay.
And so I need mirrors and I need a floor that I can kind of like. It's a bouncy floor.
A bouncy floor.
It's called a G-fly. I think it's called the G-fly floor. I don't know. Anyway,
Is
I'm
it
building
fly
it all.
like a G6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. And anyway, that will be my room.
Wow. I love that.
And a TV on the mirror too.
Oh my God. I don't remember why I came over, but I came over like one Saturday morning. I don't know if I had to drop something off or give something. And your family's like, oh, she's downstairs. I was like, oh, is she doing Tracy? And you're in your gym and like you have like these glass French doors. And I was just behind you and I'm like doing all like the arm things and whatever, just waiting for you to look at me.
And it's got to be heated.
Okay.
So it's a hot workout.
If you've never heard of Tracy Anderson, one, it's going to show up in your feed because you're listening to this podcast. 2, just wait till January 1st because that's when I really feel she puts a push behind her marketing.
Yeah, she does.
For, you know.
But you always get a free 7-day trial.
Okay.
I don't work for her. I swear. I'm just in her cult.
But when I was in Bozeman, I was so excited for you because they're opening a
They're
studio.
opening one in
Not
Bozeman.
that you're randomly going to Bozeman, but if you do, you can work out at a Tracy Anderson studio.
I've been to one of her little summit things.
You have.
It was
You
my
went to, like, a
birthday
whole
present last
weekend.
year. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. It is just it changed my body for me.
Yes, totally.
And everybody is different. Everybody's body is different. So whatever works for you works for you.
But I think it made you more in tune with your body movement.
Yes.
Because I've told you this before. You religiously went to my bar classes when you first moved to Midland.
Yeah.
And then you coming back now with this new studio being open. And after doing Tracy, your form is 1,000 times better than it was before.
Thank you.
Yes. You can totally tell that you're like, when you hear what you need to do with your body, you know exactly what you have to do.
Yeah.
And you probably are more flexible and able to do it as well.
Right. Because she gives you no prompts.
No, that's what
why
I
you hate
can't
it.
do without Tracy.
Yeah.
Like, and then I don't know if it's because of bar where someone is constantly telling you in the microphone what to do.
It does help. It does help at bar when someone's like you're saying, okay, move your hips this way.
And a lot of
visual thing.
And so there's the setup that I do verbally. But then a lot of the stuff that I remind you when you're doing the whole series is because someone is leaning forward. So then I remind everybody that they have to stay lifted, you know?
Yeah.
So it's seeing somebody else like they're just into the workout or they're starting to get fatigued, reminding them what they need to do with their body to do it the correct way.
Right. Or else you can get injured.
Yes.
Just like with any workout.
Yes.
And I'm trying to lift a little bit more.
No, I go to
Heavy.
the gym and lift heavy weights once a week.
Yeah. It's harder. I don't love it. I have to admit.
I don't mind it. I think when I was trying to do it all the time, one, it got boring. Mm-hmm. And then I think you see results better when you, I don't know. I just enjoy what bar does my body.
Yeah, you look
and
great.
then I do think that you have to lift heavy weights once a week in order to continue to build that like.
It's good for your bone density.
Yes.
You don't want to be that lady that falls down, breaks her hip,
and then I can't get up.
Yeah, and then you're fucked.
And you need a life.
And all these ladies, they have a statistic that says if you fall after the age of, I don't even know, I'm gonna make it up, 80, and you break something, the chances of you dying sooner are greater.
Oh, yeah, or not leaving assisted living. Yeah.
And then you fall into this funk. It's a whole cyclical thing that can happen.
So, well, Super Dave, my dad, got super big into working out.
Yeah.
Like
he looks great.
What, 2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
A year ago?
This is my pants. I'm not farting. They're loud. They're loud.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got patent leather pants on.
They're patent leather. They're not. Look at they're crunchy. Anyway.
So got super big into working out and, finally was like, okay, now I get it. Like when you and Chris first started getting into like working out, I thought it was going to be a fad. You guys were going to quit. Now I realize why you do it every day.
Yes.
My dad at 70 years old is in the best shape of his life.
He looks great.
He looks so good.
And he feels good.
He feels great. And he loves to come over and be like, oh, look what I can do now. Something that he couldn't do before.
Yeah.
Like how far he can squat
up.
down. Or like put his arms out in front of him and like sit down on a stair and then stand up. And it's one of those things, being active for so long and doing workouts that help keep you flexible and strong, where I've just been able to do certain things. And I'm like, wow, like if you stop, like you can't do that.
Yeah. It's like staying active.
Yes.
What was that saying? It was everything in motion stays in motion. Whatever that was from. Science.
Everything that was it gravity?
I don't know.
Centrifugal force. I think I just made that word up.
No, it's a word. It's a word. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was a physics thing that I didn't take. Anyway, so
do you take all this Mountain Op stuff? Because you take Mountain Ops too.
I take Mountain Ops Ignite in the morning when I'm getting ready, and I'm doing it's my pre-workout drink, and I mix that with my collagen and creatine.
Okay, so I forgot to send Kelsey the picture of my creatine. But I will put Enduro, which is also a energy, but there's no caffeine in Enduro. But it's big on like blood oxygen flow. So that's why I like Enduro. So I will mix Enduro
What do you
with Ignite with my collagen or with my colostrum.
Wait a minute. You mix Enduro with Ignite.
Oh yeah, and take a blaze.
At the same time?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, with my greens.
Okay, I take
my
AG1.
fiber. Yeah. So I take, so my thing with
greens.
Mountain Ops is, one, I'm gluten-free. And
Yeah.
AG is gluten-free too. I have taken that before. But I use Mountain Ops. But the one thing I love about Mountain Ops and the Armra is that they're gluten-free. I have taken stuff that has not claimed to be gluten-free but doesn't also say anything in their ingredients. And if you have a bad reaction, all my people out there that know, I mean,
you never
really
want to take it again.
You never want to take it ever again. So don't take Mark Wahlberg's supplements because they are not gluten-free.
But go to Wahlburgers.
And drink his tequila. His tequila is amazing.
And watch him on Instagram.
No, you never have to do, what did the kid die from One Direction? Pink cocaine. You don't have to do pink cocaine before you go out. Take it and Ignite with a blaze. Okay? I'm telling you, it is good, clean energy. Have a couple of cocktails and you have a great night.
Ignite. So how many scoops?
1
of each.
Yeah.
I'm trying it tomorrow. I do need caffeine because I don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
Very often.
No, and the thing is, I wake up so early to work out now. I really drink coffee because I have my Ignite. But yes, Enduro, Ignite, a blaze, 1 blaze.
Damn, in the morning?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Look out.
Do you guys know, what's in blaze, actually?
A happiness.
It gives you energy.
It gives you energy. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be an appetite suppressor and a fat burner. I've taken appetite suppressant stuff like in the past. I can eat through anything.
Okay.
Because I could eat an entire pizza and feel so full, but if my taste buds want more pizza,
you're going to eat it.
I will eat more pizza. I don't have an off switch. I kind of have to tell myself to stop.
Interesting. I'm going to do Ignite and Blaze.
Yes, ma'am.
Or Ignite
An
Enduro.
And a Blaze.
Probably not Blaze.
But you guys don't do the Blaze pills. You guys buy the little shot things.
Right. And those expired. So we should
Yeah, that happens when you don't drink them fast enough.
Yeah.
Blaze doesn't last long enough in our house to expire.
That's insane. Mm-hmm. You guys are savages. All right. Mountain Ops.
Right? So you can get, I think it's 20% off with code BeAlive on mountainops.com. MTNOPS.com.
We'll verify that.
But it's BeAlive, lowercase, 20% off.
So we both listen to podcasts on health. We talked about the person that we see for all of this blood work. I also listen to Dr. Mary Claire Haver.
Okay.
She's an OBGYN, and she specializes in menopause. And she has a book. It's called The New Menopause, which I have read. And she also has an Instagram. Go follow her. She's amazing. She's super real.
Is it like legit information?
It's she's an OBGYN.
Okay.
And she's so real. She's like, I went through menopause. I never studied any of this shit when I was in medical school.
And she's an OBGYN.
And she's an OBGYN. Yeah. She's like, I should know this. And now I had to research it on my own. And I have so many patients. And the fun fact is that we're all products of baby boomers. Mm-hmm. And so there's a huge population of people, women, half of us from the baby boomers, that are coming up on menopause. So there needs to be a solution. And we need to figure it out. So she's a great resource.
Were you forced into menopause, though?
I was.
Yeah. So
Medical
you went
menopause.
you were like, boom, I'm in it.
44, chemotherapy, menopause.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing that everyone else goes through. I was just forced through it very quickly.
Yeah.
But the side effects of menopause last for years. I mean, I'm 8 years out of breast cancer, and I'm still feeling it.
Yeah.
Thus, the reason for the tank top in every situation. Because I'm hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've run hot mentally right before my period. Like
more so than any other time in life.
Yeah, because otherwise I think I'm pretty chill and I let things slide. Mm-hmm. But man, those 3 days before.
Ooh, look out.
Like I'm like not angry. I just don't have patience.
Yeah.
And I really don't have patience for dumb shit.
I feel like I was with you 3 days ago.
You were. Did I keep my shit together?
Yeah, you did. You were great.
No, I was good. I was good on Saturday. It helped after,
a couple cocktails.
Couple of cocktails and all that kind of stuff.
Couple espresso martinis.
But when we were leaving to come meet you, I was like, really? We're going to deal with this right now? Like, it was just, come on, let's go. Let's get out of the house. Like, I'm done. I'm over it.
Yes. Yeah. And our husbands just go through it. So do the kids.
So, well, we have girls. We're trying to figure it out for you.
We're paving the way, girls.
Yes.
For you to, like, know how to go through it.
The best is when Kylie's like, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'm just annoyed.
Yeah. Actually, you're the one that's not okay. Let me flip it on you.
Right? I'm sorry. Your clothes have been sitting on the stairs for 3 days. Sorry, I was delusional that thought that you were going to take them upstairs.
Right.
You know? Like that kind of shit.
Yes.
Like it's the little thing. It's those things. It's stuff that you could, the fixables, the controllables, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the fact that Chris's car needed to get fixed before he left on his hunting trip, that's an uncontrollable. Totally fine. Dealt with that with grace.
Yeah.
The controllables that aren't controlled, those I don't deal with grace.
Yeah.
So.
Forgiven.
Speaking of a podcast, I'm putting this out there. Total gossip. I'm creating a rumor.
Okay.
But I just want to put money down on this bet just in case it happens. So I listened to Kristen Cavallari's podcast.
Oh, I like her.
She had Bobby Flay on today.
Okay.
The flirting energy that they both had going, they're both single.
They are?
Uh-huh.
Why is he single? I thought he was married.
Oh, no, he's been divorced 3 times.
Well, that's not a good track record.
It's not a good track record. But they both kind of agree because they have kids. They don't need to have more kids, right?
Right.
That it's like...
Wasn't that her hold up with the boy?
You can kind of just be like in a very serious, committed relationship
and
without
not
the
get
paperwork.
remarried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's kind of like, if this doesn't work, we can just kind of split.
Yeah.
So, and they both talked about that. And I get it. I see it. Like, if you know that you're not going to create a life with children or like build a business together or something like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just be committed.
Super fun.
Yeah. Kristen's like, you can have the wedding to appease people or have people think it, but maybe you just don't need the piece of paper.
Right. You can go your own way.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yes. So I'm just saying, if they end up together, you called it. You heard it here first. I'm just saying, the flirtatious energy was like, I was blushing.
Really?
To it. Yes. Okay. And it wasn't like saucy or anything.
What were they? Did you watch it?
Nope.
Or you just
listened to it.
and you could hear the flirtation.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna have to look at it, and we'll talk about it next time.
Oh, maybe we should watch it on YouTube. Because if what I see matches what I heard, they so boned afterwards.
Did he make her a steak, and then she was like, "Please take me to your room after"?
But I mean, they both have cookbooks. Like, you know, it could work. And I think she needs to be with someone.
A man.
He's
not good looking to me.
Bobby Flay?
Is he good looking to you?
Well, I am married to a ginger.
No, it's not even about that.
Oh.
I don't know. Something about him makes me queasy.
I think I love how confident he is. Like, by food he's making and what he's doing.
Okay.
Have you watched a lot of Bobby Flay cooking shows?
No.
No. Okay.
I haven't.
I think you would change your tune if you would actually watch Bobby Flay shows.
Okay.
And listen to the way he talks about food.
He's very passionate.
He's very passionate. It is kind of hot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The only chef that I think is hot is the French chef on Emily in Paris.
Okay, he's pretty hot. Gabriel. Yeah. Yeah, no, he is pretty hot, and I'm pretty sure he's not a chef in real life.
Well, I would like to pretend he is.
Do you know who Sunny Anderson is?
No.
So she's a big like Food Network chef.
Oh, black lady, curly hair.
Yes. So she fangirls over Bobby Flay.
Oh,
and
really?
they're like friends, which makes it really funny. So if you I follow Sunny Anderson on social media, and she's so funny. And the thing is, when Bobby Flay puts something out, she's like, my boy there. Like, it's so funny. Okay. She's great. But yeah.
So he's sexy in that way. All right. I do like Giada. I know we're talking two different things. But I like her. I met her once.
You did?
Yeah, I went to her book signing. I had a cookbook.
She does all gluten-free pasta now.
That's information she should have told us, like, 20 years ago when I saw her.
Right? She's like this skinny, tiny, little, really cute Italian lady.
Italian.
Yeah. No, she does like this. No, she still does regular stuff too. But I bought her gluten-free pizza flour. I've yet to try it, but I will.
Jury's out. Anyway.
Yeah.
I have questions for you.
Okay, let's do it.
What animal do you identify with?
Mr. Nugget.
That's it?
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
I
was thinking something more creative, like
a panda?
I identify with a polar bear because.
No.
Alrighty.
No, I would. I think I would be a lap dog.
That's a disappointing answer.
I'm sorry to do that to you.
All right.
You want me to identify with like a kangaroo?
No.
Okay.
I just thought you would be more creative. Anyway.
No, I would. I would just be a lap dog.
That's not your personality, though.
Okay, what animal do you think I identify with?
Like a tiger.
Really?
Like a tiger, like the in the Lion King, like the mama. I guess it's the lion. Sorry, the lioness.
Yes. Okay.
Who actually is the head of the family.
Okay.
But she doesn't let the king know that.
Well,
she's
I
the
love
head of
that.
the family.
That's amazing.
But
I mean,
I was thinking you were gonna go there.
No.
Okay.
No, I picture myself more like laying in Mr. Nugget's bed in front of the fireplace, and then when the Amazon driver drops something off, all of a sudden I'm like, protecting my family from terrorists.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
If you could go back and give your college self any advice, what would it be?
Have fun.
I think you had fun in college, didn't you?
I did, but I was super busy and traveled a ton.
With cheer?
With cheer.
Okay.
And so I didn't have the fun that you had or normal college people have. So I didn't tailgate. Never, not one tailgate. because I was at a game.
Yeah, but like when I was watching the cheerleaders at the UofM game, I'm like, how fun is it to be you? Like
Yes.
you're in this.
We
right
were
now.
pumped up, like really pumped up for the games. Our coach at the time made us watch like football films. We didn't know plays to understand the game.
Like what was
we
going
didn't want to
on.
sound like
You didn't want to be like, move those chains, and really it was like
Right.
4 and 10. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had a very strict coach.
Okay.
Who was like, if you are caught at the bar, I will pull off your arms and your legs, and you will never.
So
be
you
able to
never
fly."
got to hang out at Star Shooters?
I did, but later.
Oh.
Later, I literally never went out until I was about 21. It's my junior year.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
But that's
'cause I
kind of like
listened.
being a college athlete.
I just didn't. I was busy.
Yeah.
We were. Our season lasted from August through April if we were competing.
Okay.
So I didn't have time for. I never went on spring break. My Christmas break I was back at school. All of it.
Well, I didn't go home for 4 weeks at Christmas break because I worked at
Because
Family
you
Video.
chose to.
Family Video is now a tobacco store and a Hungry Howie's and like
love
3
it.
other things because it's all in the same building. I loved working at a video store.
Did you have the curtains that like the
Oh, they were like
Where the porn
parlor
was?
swinging doors, like
and that would
saloon doors.
you would bust people.
Well, especially like when like little kids would go back there, like little boys, and
Did you
be
ever
like, "Hey,
did you ever
have to
bust any
be-"
of your professors? They were like,
No.
"Oh, hey, Mr. Smith,
No.
having a good day?" Okay, so here's my next question. It's kind of for me.
Okay.
But for Halloween,
Yes.
our theme at Glow is your favorite villain.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not on brand for me, but I am not prepared.
It's not on brand for you. I gave you an idea.
Tell me.
You needed to get a blue wool coat, and you needed to be Whitney from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
I know. I could do that.
You give yourself a pregnant belly, red wig. I have a red wig.
You
because-
do?
Yes, because I was Molly Ringwald from 16 Candles. Not 16 Candles, Breakfast Club. So I have a little
Okay.
red like bob wig.
I think I can pull together a jacket. It's not going to be blue. Might be gray.
Oh, they have like these baby
Yeah,
blue
they do.
wool coats.
All right. I could do that.
Or, I mean, if you give yourself like a fake pregnant belly, you could just like put PJs on and just twerk everywhere.
With a camera. Yeah. Okay. That's cute.
But yeah, no, that's like,
Let me borrow your wig.
okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll find it when I get home. What are you looking forward to most in 2025?
I am looking forward to independence again.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of being other places for my kids, like that is the year that Evie's off.
Yeah.
She's launched. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. With Randy. So codependence.
Yeah. No, I
All
mean,
of
it's
it.
different because you still have like the fact that you have children in the back of your mind. It's just not on the forefront day to
Yeah, what are
day,
you
like
looking
in your home.
forward to?
Yeah, kind of the same thing for sure. And what that's going to make me do and just grow as a person. I literally graduated from school, was engaged 3 months later, and then got married a year and a half later, and then had a baby almost 2 years later.
Yeah.
So it was like very boom, 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 boom. I never had this like, I'm trying to like build my career, do something, whatever. Now I love that I get to share it with Chris, but I think we're excited about what that's going to mean for us together.
I don't think that's wrong. Like, I think everybody has to do their own trek in life.
Yeah.
And mine was different.
Yeah. I mean, I have 2 of my college sorority sisters. We were pledge sisters coming to visit me next weekend. And all 3 of us are the exact same age and at very different levels in life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm about to be an empty nester and a newlywed again. I have another one that has like a first grader, a kindergartner, and a 2.5-year-old. And another one who's engaged for the first time and is going to have 2 stepsons in junior high.
Yeah.
Like very, very,
Very
different
different.
lives. Yeah. So,
but as long as everyone is where they need to be,
everybody's where they need to be and where they're happy. But it's funny because that's been an ebb and flow of our friendship, because there was just times where like we were so different that you just kind of don't like connect and get together. Where now I just also think it's with age.
Yeah, you're just like, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
where you are.
We're like, we made a pact that. Like it's supposed to be the first weekend in November, but then the one girl's husband had to go on a business trip, and she's like, we gotta move it to the next weekend if it works for everybody. But like this is when we get together, because the chances of our lives colliding that we can do it another weekend, like all together. Right. Like I've hung with each of them separately, but yeah. So, and then I can just go to them, go to my people that can't leave.
Right.
Because I can.
Yeah. Spray tan or real tan?
Oh, I prefer a real tan.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you don't want to hear it, but yeah, no. Bake me up and bronze the skin.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, I can put pure zinc on my skin and I will still tan.
Yeah, that's true.
We all went to Mexico 2 years ago with our families, and I wore the exact same 75 SPF sunscreen as my family and even applied it more than both of them. They looked like they went nowhere, and I looked like I sat on the sun for a month.
Yeah.
So
your skin
it's
tone
just
is
my skin.
A gift.
As a mom, what is the most like awarding, amazing moment that you can think of?
To see them fly. I think that's rewarding. Just to see them make independent decisions, be with people they want to be with, and to know that if they go somewhere or travel, that they have had the experience or the confidence to just be on their own and be okay. What about you?
Totally agree with you. Well, I've talked about this before. I was very proud at the golf banquet when Kylie got multiple leadership awards. I mean, it speaks to who she is as a person, right? But as a parent, it's like, wow, that's super exciting. But again, we gave our child experiences and did things so that, well, my thing is I didn't want you to be her impressed by the first guy that was like, hey, let me take you to Miami for the weekend. She's like, I don't even like Miami.
Yeah.
You know? So just be cultured enough that you're not wooed by someone's flaunted stupidity.
Right.
Right. And I think if you are, you make smart choices and you're independent and you know what you like and you know what you don't like. Sure. And I think that's what I feel rewarded as a mom, is that I have a very strong, independent girl who's like, she's not going to take shit from nobody.
Yeah. We both eloped.
We did.
If you could do a wedding, how would you do it?
But not say like I would just do it the way that I did it. Like if someone was like,
you could say that.
I probably would do even less than what we did. I would have been completely content with saying, we're going to Vegas. I'm going to Little White Chapel. Elvis is going to marry us. If you want to come, I would love for you to be there. If you can't, you know what? Maybe we'll have a backyard barbecue when we get home. It's one day, and I don't think it's something that you have to, bend over backwards or go in debt for or anything like that. Now, if my parents were billionaires and there were unlimited funds, well, fuck, I'd be at the Plaza in New York City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or the top of the John Hancock building. But that wasn't a realistic thing for my life. So, yeah, I would do it. The only reason we compromised on Key West and 40 people is because Chris was like, I need a wedding. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was totally fine with like eloping, and you come if you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we eloped in Vegas at the Little White Chapel.
So awesome. You went to the Little. Did Elvis marry you?
No, because it was $50 more. And we were like, that's ridiculous.
That's so funny.
We don't need that. We need to. Okay. You go to the Clark County Courthouse, you get your marriage certificate, you go to the Little White Chapel. It's 15 minutes. You need a witness.
Yeah.
My realtor happened to be there in town with a friend. Called her up. She came. She was our witness.
Funny.
It was great. But then we did have a wedding too.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would do anything different. We had 56 people in Jamaica on the beach, one long table.
Which is kind of a lot of people to.
It's kind of a lot of people.
Come to Jamaica.
I mean, we're popular. Yeah. But I had been in 15 weddings as a bridesmaid. So I was the last person. I was 31 when I got married, and Randy had been married before.
Yeah.
So we just didn't want to have to do it. And it was fine. It was perfect for us.
Yeah. I just saw what my sister went through to try to get everything she wanted for like her dream wedding. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want to do that. And then my mother-in-law made me go to like a bridal expo in Pittsburgh. And it was so overwhelming. You have the little name tag on that says that you're a bride. And the way that the vendors would come out of their booth and try to talk to you, that's when I knew I did not want a big wedding. Because I know how I like to plan and how I like to organize things. And I go, I won't even enjoy my wedding because this will drive me nuts.
You'd be too stressed.
Yep. So by the time this airs, it will be November. But right now, it is the end of October. If you could give your last PSA for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, because listen, after we talked about this, I was like, give me the number to your OB. I'm
proud of you.
I do. I have an appointment in 2 weeks.
Okay, good.
So, yeah.
Good. What's my final PSA?
Yeah, about Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Be an advocate for your own health.
Yeah. Check your titties.
Not only that, but check your titties, recheck whatever anybody said.
Okay.
So the way that I got diagnosed was from me because I checked my own breasts. In addition, when they came back and said, it's probably not breast cancer, we're just going to remove the lump.
Oh.
That was my first surgery. And then they called me after that first surgery and said, shit, you have breast cancer. So what I did was left that institution and went somewhere else because now I don't trust you. So now I need to figure it out by myself. Now, fortunately, Randy and I both had worked in breast cancer prior. I was ready to leave and go to LA for however long it took for me to be taken care of because I didn't trust anything here. And then I got connected with Jackie Jarris and a bunch of people at UofM, and then I was fine. But yeah, you have to be an advocate because if you're not, who is?
No, that's a great answer. I love that.
That's it. That's all. I didn't have any other questions.
Okay, I have one more. What fashion trend, if it were to come back, would you refuse to wear? Or do?
Grunge.
Oh, did you do grunge? I don't.
Yes.
You did?
I was in college in the 90s when Nirvana was. Okay, so the day that Kurt Cobain died was sort of a bad day for everyone, every child in the 90s. I will not forget that day. Like, we all were like,
really? I was kind of like, oh.
I mean, Nirvana was kind of it.
Did you like? I didn't even like Nirvana.
Oh, I loved them. And
really?
Everybody was wearing Birkenstocks with socks, with flannel shirts. It was like that.
Did you wear like tights and jean shorts with like a tank top with your flannel?
Yes,
and a choker?
100%.
Okay,
100%.
all the things. Okay.
Yeah.
Donna
so I would
Martin,
not
when
do
she
that
was
again.
in her phase when she dated the guy who sang the Angel song. What was his name? Steve? No, Steve. That was Steve Sanders. Oh, what was his name?
Bobby, was it?
The guy who would sing, talk to, I can't even sing it right now. Damn it. Donna Martin's boyfriend who pushed her down the stairs.
Oh my God. How do you talk
to an angel?
Yeah.
Ray. Yes. So when she dated Ray, she was like in her full grunge phase. Yeah.
And it was the little barrettes that like just went right here.
Yeah.
Like made me look way more Asian than I actually was. And then you wear the flannel shirts. They were large. I mean, large. The bigger, the better.
No, I
And you
never
wore a
gave
tank
into
top,
that trend at
jean
all.
shorts. You wore like the ugly wool. These
Listen
are my
to your
pants
pants.
again. The wool socks with the Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
And every day was Earth Day.
Every day was Earth Day. Did you do Earth Day at Ferris? Was Earth Day a big thing at Ferris when you were there?
Huge.
Yeah. Was you shroom on Earth Day?
No, we didn't have that.
Oh, no, because you were a cheerleader.
So Earth Day was huge because it was spring and you could see a speck of grass.
I would say
up.
out of the 4 years I was there, I don't think we had a shitty Earth Day.
Yeah.
I think every Earth Day was a good Earth Day.
It was Mother Earth saying, here I am.
Yeah. And they would have like good concerts for Earth Day. Didn't make it to a single one, but I remember thinking I should go.
Yeah. They were good. All right. Well, I hope you vote.
Yes. Go out tomorrow and vote. Your vote will count.
Your vote will count. We are a swing state here in Michigan.
I will be so ready for the commercials to be over.
This is over.
Yeah. I get random text messages.
I do too. I go stop.
From Donald and Kamala every day.
I get every day. I'm like,
no,
stop
I report it to junk and they still come through.
No, you got to say stop.
Oh.
Stop.
They just get a new phone number and just send it.
Stop the text. And they said, you've unsubscribed. I never subscribed.
Yeah, I don't know where they get my phone number from.
The polls. Anyway, bullshit.
Bye. Like,
Love you.
Follow, subscribe. Let us know what you want to hear next. Toodles.